Yeah. What? Right. Oh, well. Move them. Move him to tight end, spin the points, then move him back.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay, right.
A few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Dobbs now on 2nd down. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, Dobbs. And that's complete to Jesse James. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. David Johnson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
You're not getting no more.
Now for the
so
extra
go on,
point.
get out my face.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. first carry for Melvin Gordon. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. 4-6 defense, they were daring him to run the football. They ran it. A little football 101. Take us through what the 4-6 defense is, Charles.
So what you're trying to do with your big defensive front is cover the interior offensive lineman, the center, and the two guards, and make it difficult if you even want to think about running the ball inside. If you can control them, that allows the linebackers and the safeties to run free and get to the ball carriers. And that play worked really well. No gain.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. A deep ball for Dotson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return comes to a halt right at the 4. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
I know he dropped off. I don't know what happened. So you know how they transfer the shit.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
I did. I sent it to him before I sent it to you. It was just me and him.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
I just finished playing him.
And it'll set up 3rd down.
I'm 0 for 2. I played Devron, then Homicide,
as a corner,
now
you're often back
White.
there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Who you about to play?
Dobbs. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete.
Even though that one was incomplete, you can see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone will pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt.
I played Homicide. He was doing that cheating shit, so I started cheating, too. He was doing this shit on defense where you keep shifting your line back and forth and moving your man to confuse the AI so he can come up in there. So I started doing this shit too. And I started getting sack fumbles. Yeah, that glitch shit.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Oh, damn, you got to do that shit with me, dog?
2nd and 1. You often say that sort of
little
opens
old
the
me.
playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take
that shot. Who's that with Green Bay?
Loosen things up.
On 2nd down, they'll run get it up to the 33-yard line.
He talking shit, wasn't it?
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
It's always something. Motherfucker just can't say, yeah, you got me. Good game.
It's supposed to do exactly what we just saw there.
I can't respect that shit.
Come up 1st and 10 now from
right, exactly. Yes. Right, I'm like, motherfuckers, we know how to play.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36.
I saw that.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a second
and 7. Right. I was like, goobity goop. What the fuck happened here? I ain't even watch it. I went to bed at 7:30.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Excuse me.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversion.
Because I was in the game. I thought I heard him say, yo, OG, I'll be right back. Hold on. But then I looked at the chat party. I'm like, damn, he gone. Right.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Then I just turned around and sent him an invite. And I was expecting him to jump right back home.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up
well,
your guys
you know
elsewhere.
who that is. That's the dude, the 49ers in one league. They be doing that crazy shit when he get down.
Throwing here, Dobbs steps away to his left. And this one is
you right. You right.
He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James.
You absolutely
and
right.
Takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Right.
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there.
Chapter.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Dobbs. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Look like the
I don't think that was a catch. You watching my game?
Defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
What's them sirens I'm hearing and shit? You got your windows open? Cold as fuck.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter.
Okay, come on, folks. We got to get a stop right here.
Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Okay, let the fuck he gonna try?
Here's Dobbs to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that
what
unit
kind of Sam
11,
song you got?
sometimes one guy can make
tone.
a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
How y'all
and a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and slow them down.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point.
No, I was like on the 8. I didn't realize I had backed that fucking far into the end zone.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on, come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Damn it. Okay, fellas, we need a turnover. We need a turnover.
They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Back to throw Dobbs. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Dobbs. Out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go, and down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you
Off
ordinarily
that
have to get a
post
safety
shot,
out of the
one
middle
play.
of the field. And you do it one of two ways, either by running routes at it.
That's what I just. I mean, Mike said it ain't illegal, so I'm like, okay.
Underneath, so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it
So
over the
yeah,
top,
that's what I just
and boy, what a
ran.
successful play that was.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff
And
is
the
away.
best defense for it is to be in a man.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard
I didn't
line.
even look to see what he
The
had
Steelers
ran, but I
offense
just.
now, they get ready to head back on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They pitch it out to Johnson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
This is Clement, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Over the middle, complete. It's James. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there at 22. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Johnson. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Dobbs is throwing. Flush to his right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not.
Okay, we held them to a field goal.
Credit the defense too.
Come on, play action post. Let's see if it works again.
But don't break approach Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Second and 10 now. Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
And now another one thrown incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now Dobbs. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Flex round! Flex round!
Here's Dobbs to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And now we won't see a play.
Why y'all let that motherfucker catch that? That's bullshit.
Stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. ground. This is Johnson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
You better not try and run one more fucking play. With 3 seconds left on the 11. I double dare you. I dare you.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Boswell's kick is good. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
What happened?
Yeah,
did you get kicked off?
Pick it up. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon, and he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional.
Did you get kicked off earlier? Is that what happened?
Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more cushion in the game.
You got to be kidding me, man.
And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of
My
an offensive line
linebacker just
coach,
came up, slobber knocker that motherfucker David Johnson, and this motherfucker stumbles, and then takes off for 40.
Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. On first down, Dobbs to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards that time in a Pittsburgh first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Got that motherfucker acting like he a tank.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They come up in an offset eye. He's going to get it running right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the Steelers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw, escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
So out come the Chargers. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Set. Green, 39.
On 3rd down, Ryan, a deep ball for Dotson. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
I told you, trade him.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against the secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
Oh, shit. Send him.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. On the move to his left. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Rolling to his right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Johnson. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. Flushed out right. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh.
They want AD.
And they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Hey, they want AD.
Ball. It's first and goal after the
2
interception.
picks.
A quick change in the situation here. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guy.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Derwin James with a pick. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The Chargers on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Ryan to throw. And that is incomplete. The linebacker T.J. Watt there on the coverage.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Set. Blue landed. Blue landed.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He finds Roberts, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
Here we go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Yes. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Over.
They run it here with Gordon. takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Forced out to his left. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nice gain of 21 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Completes it right side to Doxson. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Watch it now, Barney.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They stopped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now it's Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Wide open receiver complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And his throw is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now Dobbs. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. This is taken at the 18. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Brian Body Calhoun. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up second down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And that's incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
Here's Matt Bosher now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out.
Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
Onside kick, you want to push up on the stick or pull back towards you?
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it.
Back to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, you know, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Johnson running left. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. They try the left side with Johnson, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Dobbs is throwing. He'll buy some time right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start.
I'm down 5, my ball. Shit, I got a chance to win this motherfucker.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Steelers, it's a good fifth win for them as they play out the string. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for our
final
visitors,
game of the season,
they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.
Damn, why it had to be the final game?
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
man. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bed. I got demon on flats. I got a in the back. Ladies, they talk to chat. They step on the rock, don't man. I'm a K-back, 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they spamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the that live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the jutting, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Oh, hey, any 10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I got my. I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a. Yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Go hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happens when you give it a taste life and you give it a wasteland. This what happens when you give it a fake life and then the aping. I live with birds come out. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle.
What happened?
I live with birds come out. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle.
Okay. Pocket through big day sumo. Pulling hard like Uno. Flip like judo. You back to kudo. You and no Chad Hugo. Pocket through big day sumo. 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 Pull hard like Uno. Flip like judo. You back to kudo. You and no Chad Hugo. Pocket through big day sumo. Pocket through big day sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Tell me who the hottest that you know. If it ain't me, you.
What the hell y'all talking about?
Swimming through the money like a flounder. I just want the knowledge and the power. Why didn't looking at me sour?
What y'all watching?
Rada. Never gave a about a dollar. No money, me,
Oh.
problems. Pray for me to fall like autumn. Cause I got it on my own with no help, man. Got get it, that's it, in myself, man. They need a new hope, deal of a new, giving out like Shaq at the free throw. Anybody wanna be ET? Man, y'all can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pocket to
I'm gonna go slap this sandwich together. I'll be right back.
Pulling hard like Uno. Flip like judo. You back to kudo. You and no Chad Hugo. Pocket too big, they sumo. 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 Pull hard like Uno. Flip like judo. You back to kudo. You and no Chad Hugo. Pocket too big, they sumo. 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 Money doubles love like a duo. I just want the yen and the euro. The game up and leave my kids like judo. Money come around like a Hoover. Making free bands in the future. Pockets on the look super. Bills on me blue slot Cooper. Money on my mind just like a tumor. Spread my money out and then I call it a rumor. Curry the is on the move, no Uber. People try to block it, shine like lunar. Eclipse when I take all my chips. When I pop off the like homicide. Acrobat with the flip. Money flow like a battleship. Diddy the new hope. Deliver new. Giving out like Shaq at the free throw. Anybody wanna be ET? Man, y'all can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pocket too big, Rakishi. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pulling hard like Uno. Flip like judo.
They were my business on the front page. I threw prescription in Dior frames. I had the vision back in 12th grade that I'd be killing with Dr. Dre. I never wanted to ever be over. I'm not a Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my jiggy, check out my now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know you short a few.
Oh, don't make me have to lose it.
No, hold up, come on, out the jaw, come on. Ooh, savage, that's a nice get up. International, rockin' Japanese denim. Enough gas to get you above average. How many more do I have to from my enemies? They bringing my old ways back in my day. Would've had your whole face smacked. Look at you, wonder why hate rap. Ooh, what make you wanna go and say that? And I'm on another wave, and I'm putting on some weight. Feeling overpaid, I'm supposed to do. Don't nobody know your name, we ain't never seen your face. You ain't never
Yep.